Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome to episode 200 on the TimeShot SMP. It's been a while, it's taken me a lot longer. My dog's just walked in my room just as I started the episode. But it's been a long time coming. I've delayed this for quite a while. All through December there was like one episode a week, then the last week of December there was no episode last week. And I've been slowly working on this. And hopefully, it's worth the wait and you guys like it. From here on out, from you guys see this, there'll be 2 episodes a week, 100%, most likely 3. So yeah, don't worry, the TimeShot content is back. It's just obviously I wanted to complete the base for episode 200, and it's something that I didn't realise how much of a big task it was and how much materials I actually needed. Like there was quite a few smaller materials like the glowstone, the vines, the stuff that just really takes ages to grow and get. I didn't realise how much of that I actually needed. But episode 200 is done. I don't think, because I'm recording this before I've actually finished the base, I think I'm only going to have done the wall, and then I'm going to stream a couple of nights between, I'm going to stream tonight as I film this, I'm going to stream tomorrow night and the day after on TimeShot. I'm going to do 2 or 3 days in a row on TimeShot, and before I record the next episode, which will be going out, I believe, later on this week or next week. I'm not entirely sure what day this goes out, but the next episode I should have all of the floor, which is all of the glowstone redstone lamps, all of the bone meal, all of the trees and everything like that. All of the tiny details should be about done. But in episode 200 you guys should see the wall, which is the final main build of the place. So we are pretty much complete. So that's in the background at the minute. That's a speed build that's happening. And I'm going to get into a load of questions which I asked, I think, around 4 months ago on the TimeShot Reddit. So I'm going to go through all of them, and you guys should hopefully learn a few things about me. If there's any, if you want to know, or if you want to just listen to a few questions, or there's any, or you don't really have enough time to watch the whole thing, and you want to skip to a few juicy questions or nice questions, all of the questions are in the description down below, with timestamps, so you should be able to just click on them and it should take you to the timestamp. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Watch it how you so choose. Thank you so much for episode 200. The support you guys show me over the past year and a half that I've been on this server. It's been crazy. I'm looking forward to another 100 episodes. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Question number 1, questions from the first person, comes from Paramore Mike. Mike, when will you buy a tux for streams? Gotta look all sleek. I'm down to wear some nice, some tux, a tux or a suit for streams. I feel like it needs to be special streams though. Don't worry, I'll do it. Paramount Mike also asks, congrats on passing 1k followers on Twitch. How does that feel? Okay, yeah. This is why I probably should have done that, this Q&A when I asked for the questions, because we've now passed 2,000, but I'll answer it as if it's 2,000. So it feels crazy. We've only been streaming for about 7 months on Twitch, and I honestly cannot believe how quickly everything's gone and how well it's gone. So yeah, I can't thank you all enough. The majority of the people that started watching my streams right from the off were from YouTube, and quite a lot of people have come over since, and quite a lot of people from Twitch have come back to YouTube, and who never seen my YouTube videos before and just found me on Twitch. So it's nice that I've got that sort of cross-platform promotion now, and it's really, I love streaming it. It just feels amazing that we've got this mini community that every night of the week is hanging out. Not obviously all the same people are there every night of the week, but every night of the week, most people know where to find our little community, which is quite nice. I really like that. It's a nice little feeling. Paramount Mike also asks, will you do a vlog in a cheeky Nandos? No, I will not do a vlog in a cheeky Nandos. I do not. Shut up. His fourth and final question is, would you do a series with Starrlett, maybe crash some trucks or something? I'm down. We actually do have, I'm down to do, when I get my new computer, which, by the way, guys, is probably, I've worked out, it's going to be the end of February. We've got, a couple of things planned. We've got one thing 100% planned, which is, I want to do Rocket League, but I want, the first sort of, few times that I play the game, because Penny's, which is Starrlett, has played the game quite a bit, but he's played the game a decent amount, so she knows what she's doing. But she still thinks she's an absolute noob at the game. So she's going to take me through Rocket League boot camp, and I've never played the game before, so it's going to be hilarious. That's going to be like a mini series that we do, and then we'll probably do some more videos on that. Euro Truck though, I'm down to play that with her 100%. And then moving on, nice segue. Starrlett actually asks, when are we going for a cheeky Nandos? This is not funny. This is really not funny. But I will take you for a very serious Nandos next time you're in Nottingham, I promise. Or when I'm in Manchester or Cambridge. Favourite childhood memory. This is also from Starrlett. I think my favourite childhood memory is... I've got a couple. One would probably be rugby related, and one would be friend related. Like, so during the summer holidays at school, like there was like a solid 2 to 3 years in a row where every single day, all day, we would, like, as soon as we woke up, we'd like get a breakfast, we'd head out about 10 a.m. And we'd go to like this nearby field near me, and there was like a solid like 12 to 14 of us that would go. We'd take a couple of footballs, and we'd just literally play football for about solid 6-7 hours. We'd have like a few breaks in between. We'd take other stuff, we'd play other games and stuff, and it just generally just mess about. And it was good. And for like the solid 3 years in a row during the summer holidays, during the 6 sort of weeks that we get off, we used to do that every day. I used to love doing that. And those were really good because nothing else really mattered at the time. It was really nice because obviously at that time you're in between years at school. You didn't have any homework. You had so much weight off your shoulders. There wasn't that much weight on my shoulders, but like it just felt really nice. Like I don't think ever in life I'll be at that stage again where you're never thinking about something that is serious. Like those I can honestly say like. That teamed with, and it's going to like move on to the second childhood memory. That teamed with sort of like rugby is like the only times where you feel like nothing else in the world at that point. Like everything's good, and like you've got nothing to worry about, sort of thing. And the second childhood memory I would probably say is still a memory for me now is like. The fact that I started playing rugby when I was 5, like I can't, that sort of like moves on to like what I was speaking about just before is like the reason that I love rugby so much and the reason that it was such a good childhood memory for me was it doesn't matter what I was doing, what happened at school, what I was doing outside of rugby. It was like those 80 minutes on the pitch. Nothing in my life at that point mattered. Apart from those 80 minutes. And you could go into a game and for 80 minutes, it doesn't matter who else is on the pitch with you. It doesn't matter what else they're going through in life. It doesn't matter what else the opposition is going through in life. For 80 minutes, you're there to have a team-based game and fight it off against each other and try and win the game. And it's just, there's absolutely nothing in this world that beats that feeling for me. That whole sort of like at that moment in time, nothing else matters, and you literally like just generally just like going through stuff in life. As soon as I get on the rugby pitch, it doesn't matter what I've been through or what I'm feeling at the time. Those 80 minutes, those feelings are gone, and it's like it can really help you. It can really like make you understand what sort of life is about, sort of thing, and puts things into perspective, which sounds really weird, but like it's I honestly remember, like I remember when I was a junior, there was this one team talk that really hit me, that when we got to the semi-final of the cup for the NLD, which is the Notts, Links and Derby sort of like competition, it was really big for us. We got to the semi-final, we were playing against Nottingham Rugby Club, and we would rank outsiders by so much, and we ended up losing, but we only lost by like 2 points or something, which was like we were expected to be beaten by like 40-50 points. It was ridiculously close, and we really could have won. And the team talk that was given at the captain at that moment was crazy. We were only like 13, 14, but the captain at the time, he gave a team talk that he was saying, he says, like, because there were some people in our team. We had like a few people that were in trouble with the police. We had a few people that like had some just general troubles in life, like their parents were like not the best, and various things like that. And he gave this team talk saying that it honestly does not matter. Like, we've all come from this. We've got some people that have come from very well off backgrounds in this team. We've got some people that have come off with very, very sort of like crap backgrounds. We've got people that are dealing with some really horrible stuff right now. But every single one of us is here. There was not one person that was not there that day. The whole team was there. The whole squad was there. And for the next 80 minutes, it was everything, nothing in this world mattered apart from those 80 minutes on the rugby pitch. And it really, 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 like, the way he said it, the way he meant it, and that, I honestly believe that one team talk is the best sort of like 30 seconds. It's still like, just to think about it still like brings like shivers down the back of my, like, it's crazy. Like, there was no coaches around. It's only the people that were in that team at the time are the only people that can remember that team talk, because there was no one else listening. It was just us on the pitch. We were in the centre of the pitch, and he gave this team talk, and he really put things in perspective of like what rugby, what sport can do for you. And yeah, he was the sole reason why we played so well in that game. Guarantee it. So yeah, they're like a couple of some really good childhood memories. What did you want to be when you grow up? This is also from Penny. I wanted to be something, and also how has life matched up to that so far? What did you want to be when you grew up? I honestly think I wanted to be, I knew when I was in secondary school about year 8, I wanted to do something with computers. That sort of like developed into design when I got more into sort of like year 10. And I actually got Photoshop, and I realised how much I loved it and how much I liked creating typography and text and stuff. So I knew relatively early on, like, that's why like I didn't go to sixth form and I went to college, because I knew I wanted to do design. So I went and specifically did design at college. And life so far is living up to that quite well. I still do freelance graphic design. I graduated, and yeah, I got the top grade possible in college. I was the only person in my year at that time to get it, which was triple distinction at university. I got a very high 2-1, almost a first. It was just my dissertation that really let me down. I'm really not that good at writing and putting my thoughts into words. So that's what let me down, and that's what kicked the first away for me. But hey ho, I'm not too bothered. And yeah, I'm really enjoying sort of like trying to push into that field at the minute, and it's going all right. It's going well. So life has matched up to that quite well so far. I'm quite happy and content with it. Favorite series on YouTube that you've done? This from Starrlett as well. The favorite series, I think there's two. There's the staple, the first one that I started, which was the Minecraft Survival Island series, which was like 100 episodes. Do as much as I can on like this survival island, and also we fought the Ender Dragon at the end. First ever time I fought it, and it was a really interesting series for me to do. I really enjoyed that, and I would probably say the Minimalist series is the most recent one that I've actually no. Yeah, it's probably either Minimalist, because the Survival Island, I've always got to give that a mention, but it's not my favourite. I think either the Minimalist series that I did with Fabe, the CTM, I really enjoyed that, or just recently the Christmas series that I've just done. Obviously this question was asked 4 months ago, so I wouldn't have done that by then at that point, but one of those two I really enjoyed. The Christmas series, just because I had so many collaborations in 1 month, it was awesome. But the Minimalist series was really good because me and Fabe, I don't know, when me and Fabe record, it just works out, and things, I think we click really well when we record, and I love it. So hopefully more stuff with Fabe in the future. And yeah, they're possibly two of my favourite series, along with obviously the Survival Island. I really like that. That's just because it's the first ever series I did on YouTube. So that's those questions from Starrlett. Moving on to questions from Joe B2000. How did you start doing YouTube? Will you ever wear pink panties on stream? Let me take a sip of tea. Oh, holy sweet baby Jesus, that is glorious. Okay, how did you start doing YouTube? No, actually, no. I'm going to ask the first question. I'm going to answer the first question. Will you ever wear pink panties on stream? Maybe. There would probably have to be like over something because Twitch violations and stuff. But I possibly will as like a milestone. How did you start doing YouTube? How did I start doing YouTube? So I've been watching YouTube since I think I'd have to look up when it was. I know roughly. It was like a couple of months after. I'm going to try and find out when it came out. So it was around the start of 2010. So it was a couple of months after Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out. And there's this thing in Call of Duty where, like, if you get 25 kills in a row on Modern Warfare 2, one of the old games, you got a nuke, which essentially ended the game and you won the game. So you had to get like 25 kills in a row, which was quite difficult, and I really couldn't do it. And I was searching up YouTube videos, and I found one. I specifically remember, like, it was on the map Favela, and it was Hutch, which he's still doing videos now. Hutch's video on Favela tutorial on how to get a nuke. Basically, just like giving you some tips and tricks and good sort of places to rotate from and stuff, and sort of like, I don't know, just hang around on that map to try and do that. And from there on, I watched a whole lot of Call of Duty. I watched a whole lot of Machinima, sort of like the content from them. And then I moved on to, like, I found C-Nandos, I found Woody's Gamertag, I found all of those people, T Martin, Jericho, and some of those people I still watch to this day. Syndicate, those sorts of people, and that's where I sort of got into YouTube. Only like a year or so later did I start getting into sort of like other games like FIFA and Minecraft, and I sort of like enjoyed watching them. And it was 2012, New Year, 2012 to 2013. I can't remember when it was. I think it was the start of 2012. I think I started YouTube. It was the start of a year. It was 3 years ago. So I decided, and it was funny how I decided this. I was in my first year of uni, and I think Martin in the Littlewood, from the Yogscast, and I was following the Yogscast a little bit, just Lewis and Simon at the time, and Martin, who wasn't part of the Yogscast at the time, but worked with the Yogscast on this like parody, and he actually went to the same university as me. He went to, and he was in the third year, I think. He was doing a radio or media course, and like I was doing the digital media design course, but we were like very intertwined. Like our first, like I was in the first year, and the first year of Martin's course, like we were like having a couple of lessons together and stuff. So like I saw Martin around like the college and stuff, and I didn't know that he did YouTube. And at the time, I was very much just a lurker and watcher of YouTube videos. And one of my lecturers, Derek, he came into the class with this video that had just dropped on YouTube. And he was like, "You guys have to watch this." And it was this game Minecraft, and it was this parody video called "Form This Way" from Martin. And he was like, "A student's just done this. This is going to blow up." And it did. And as soon as I got home, like. But I specifically remember, like there was only like there was a few thousand views on the video. Yogscast uploaded it to their channel, and like by the time I got home, like I remember like, oh, I should probably check out that. Like I wanted to watch that video again because he showed it on like the projector thing at class, and that's how nerdy we were at university. And he showed us the video, and by the time I got back, like the views had like gone like 20 times the views. It was crazy to see like how quickly that video blew up, and how like just generally, and at that moment in time I subscribed to Martin, and I pretty much like, because I'd never really seen Minecraft before, like I'd seen a few people play it in class, but I'd not really seen much of it, and I watched all of Martin's content from there on, and he was probably the YouTuber that I watched the most content of for a solid like 1 to 2 years. Like he was my Minecraft journey. That's how I got into Minecraft. And then at the start of 2012, or I think it was 2012. I can't remember. Yeah, I decided as a New Year's resolution to start doing YouTube myself. Because I was like, I've just seen someone from the exact same university, pretty much the exact same course as me, like is in the same department as me, a couple years older, just decide to start doing YouTube, and he suddenly, like, it's just going so well for him, and I was like, I could really do with having something like this in my life, because at the time I gamed so much, I was a hardcore gamer, and I was like, if I could sort of look back and think I'm using this gaming as a hobby, as like an outlet to be creative with, and make videos, which is sort of relevant to what I'm actually studying. This is actually quite good. This is good for me to do this. Like I then don't feel like gaming is a waste of time. And that's why I started, and that was the reason. So like I have a whole lot, like I never really spoke to Martin. I just saw him around the college. And still to this day, I've only ever spoke to him on Twitter and stuff like that. But he knows this story. Like I've answered this in Q&As before. He knows this story. He knows how much he was a big inspiration and a big part of me starting YouTube. So later on in life, when I meet him, I owe him a really big hug, because he is the sole reason why I'm doing this. I probably wouldn't have got into it if it wasn't for that moment where he uploaded that video and my teacher came in and showed me. I probably would have found the video eventually online, but I may not have. It may not have had the same impact as it did then. So yeah, that's why I started doing YouTube. Whose base is your favorite on TimeShot? That comes from Shoe Sale. I would probably say either. I really like Fabe's base just because of all the redstone. It baffles me. And I really like Winter's base just for the build style, like the epic build style. They're the two that I'm really, really like. Like Winter says she's a terrible builder, but she's not. She's one of the best builders on the server by far. Fabe, probably the best. I don't really know. I don't want to say the best redstoner because I'm sure like people like Dave and Code could do some, and Jake are really good at redstone, but they just don't really have the time or don't really want to do that on the server. Like Fabe really wants to do that, and like his redstone ability is amazing. So I love his base for that sort of stuff. All of the item elevators, the just general elevators, the slime farm and stuff like that. It's crazy stuff. Sorting systems, it's great. North New Jersey. Oh, I've probably pronounced that wrong. Have you seen Jurassic World? If so, what was your favorite part? I haven't seen it, but I know, like, here's the thing, right? I know I need to see it. I've watched all the previous Jurassic Park films and stuff, but I haven't seen Jurassic World, and apparently it's really good, and I'm so far behind on films and TV shows that I just don't know if I can ever catch up. I don't know when I'm going to physically find time. Like, something has to give in my life, and it seems to be TV shows and film, which sucks because there's so many good, awesome things out there that I could watch that I'm not watching. And I don't know. I really want to watch it. Yeah, I will watch it soon, I promise. He also asks, why do you live stream on Twitch so much? Honestly, because I love it. There's no other reason. Like, I love Twitch. I love the fact that I can play and talk to you guys at the same time. I love the community that we've developed, and I just generally love that platform of gaming. I dare to say probably more so than YouTube at the minute, but that's just because it's still relatively new to me. But yeah, like YouTube is like my creative outlet to make videos. Twitch is like my downtime and can game in the evenings. Like, I always game in the evenings. I may as well stream on Twitch. That's how I see it anyway. Oh, this tea tastes so good. Okay. Holy crap, we've got so many more questions. Raven Explorer, who's the best speed UHCer in your streams? Oh, I would probably say Raven was. This was at the time when we were playing a whole lot of them. We still play a bit, but Raven's a very good speed UHCer. But at the minute, there's like a couple more that are quite good. Also, actually, no, moving back to that. Speed UHCer, there's like a couple in my streams that are actually really good. Along with Raven, there's Zach and TJ. I'm quite scared of when I run into them. So yeah, those two are actually quite good. What's your favourite Monstercat song? My favourite Monstercat song would probably be... I think it's Disconnected, the one that I used in my first, I think it was from the 007 Solace album, and it's the one that I used in my first ever 1 year on YouTube like anniversary montage thing. I love that song, awesome song. Yeah, it just that's the album that got me into Monstercat, and that was the song that started the mix, the end of like the album mix that they did. Then it went into that house song, and yeah, like I just really love that mix. I really love that song, really good. Fred asks, "Hey Edson, an awesome streaming YouTuber I follow wants some questions for a Q&A, but I'm too unimaginative. Do you have any ideas or suggestions?" No, Fred, I do not. Why did you start? Oh, Cody, I've already answered that before. Keep scrolling up. Hint Shade, if you could have an ultra hardcore ideal team to group up with in the TimeShot UHC, who would it be and why? There's two people I really want to team with in the TimeShot UHC in the future. One is Fabe, because I honestly feel Fabe and myself could do quite well, because Fabe's very tactical, and I honestly think I'm getting a lot better at PvP at the minute. And I'm generally just good at surviving, and Fabe's very good at like thinking ahead and stuff like that. I think me and Fabe would do really well. I also want to team with Jake, because he's like, honestly, out of all the people in TimeShot, I'm not scared of PvPing with anyone else apart from Jake. And I know that's half the problem. Like, if you go into a fight in Minecraft, like a PvP fight, if you believe like the other person is better off and is probably going to win, you're probably going to lose. If you go in with that ridiculous confidence that you're going to win every fight, like I feel like Jake does, that you're going to do that. And that's why Jake is really good at PvP, especially against the TimeShot members, because no one believes that they can actually beat him. But yeah, I need to like beat Jake a few times, like in some big moments, like in the Battle Boo or in a UHC or something, like to win the game, and then I'll probably start believing it a little bit more. But I'd like to, like, I dare to say it, but if I teamed with Fabe, I honestly believe, not Fabe, if I teamed with Jake, I honestly believed we would win that UHC. Bar like a fluke accident of like someone falling in lava, creeper sneaking up or something like that. Bizarre like a fluke accident, like a witch. I honestly think we would win that UHC. I don't see much in the way of stopping us there. Because even if one of us died, the other one could probably do quite well. So the fact that us two stick together, yeah, I honestly think we would do good. What are your thoughts? This is all from Hint Shade still. What are your thoughts about challenge videos, hot pepper challenges, extremely sour warheads challenge, gross jelly bean challenge, etc.? They're good. If people want to do them, they do them. That's it's an interesting style of video. I've got nothing against them by all means. It's obviously like what some people use as like special videos. I think it's quite good. Yeah, by all means, do them. This is still from Hint Shade. If you had to change your Minecraft skin due to unforeseen circumstances, what would it be and why? It would probably be some form of a explorer/hunter skin. I don't know. Like I'd want one that like, I don't know, would. I feel like if you can imagine Far Cry, like those sorts of like skins, like, or like, yeah, so it's like, it looks like it's like someone from like that's been in the jungle or something, like just generally exploring and fighting, and I like those types of skins. So I'll probably do that. What celebrity would you like to meet IRL? Still from Hint Shade. What celebrity? I'd probably really like to meet Will Smith. Like a lot of people, like, I just generally like how he does things and how he, like, I don't know, how he is as a person. So I'd really like to meet him. Lastly, if you could be a game programmer for a day with limitless talent, what type of game would you create? I would honestly create the city building game of my dreams. Like, SimCity's alright. Well, I lie. It's kind of rubbish. SimCity's okay. City Skylines really is like the closest thing that's ever come to like a city building game that I really like, and I really do like that game. But I would like take everything that I love from SimCity. I'd take everything I love from City Skylines. I would probably think up all the things that I could and make the most awesome city building game I'd love. That I would honestly love, and I don't know, city building games just really connect with me. So yeah. I'd probably create that. The Pyro Paladin asks, who is your biggest inspiration for YouTube and Twitch? So my biggest inspiration for YouTube, obviously for the reasons that I spoke earlier, would probably be In the Littlewood. On top of that, though, there's probably a few more that I'm really inspired by. I would dare to say probably Sips from the Yogscast. I really like how he does things, and I think that's probably it. Like, I like, I honestly think that's it for YouTube. For Twitch, there's a couple of streamers, like Martin in the Littlewood is another Twitch streamer. Obviously, like I say, is the reason that I started YouTube and stuff. So he's still a big inspiration for me for Twitch as well. A couple of other Twitch streamers that I really like. The Theliacraft, I love watching her streams. She's so chill. She's probably like my biggest inspiration on Twitch, because of how she like talks to her chat constantly, and she's still really big. She's a really big streamer, but she like talks to her chat all the time, and it's. I try to emulate that sort of like experience in my chat, or in my streams, and along with the Theliacraft, obviously in the Martin in the Littlewood, Killy Kapowski, she's an awesome streamer. She's a really good streamer. And I think that's probably it. Like, is my biggest streamers. Penny Starrlett, she's a really good streamer as well. Like, I love hanging out in her stream. She's a really awesome streamer. Yeah, like those are probably like the big four that I watch. If you could be anything else other than a YouTuber, what would you be? What is your favourite movie and TV show? That comes from Raspust. So favourite movie and TV show. Favourite movie, like, I always answer one movie as like when people ask me my favourite movie, because I don't have a favourite movie, but I have one that's like really unexpectedly good. And that's the movie 21. I quite like that. Yeah, I thought that was going to be terrible, but it wasn't. Movies, I honestly can't pick like a favourite. TV show, Lost. That was the first ever drama that I watched, and it still to this day holds like a special thing for me. I really like that show. It's really good. If you could be anything else other than a YouTuber, what would you be? I am a graphic designer, and that's pretty much my dream job, so I'd probably choose that. This is from Mara from the server. What's your favourite treat or snack? And the most important question that ever could be. I'll save that for a second. So what's your favourite treat or snack? Favourite treat or snack would probably be... I can't think. It'd probably be some form of... I really like strawberries. It's not really a treat or snack. They're quite healthy for you. Yeah, like strawberries are really get me. Like, I really like strawberries. I'm trying to think of like desserts and stuff that I'd like. It's like treats and snacks. Dark chocolate's really good for me. Like, I really like that. And then she moves on to ask the most important question: do you like chocolate? Yes, I do. But milk chocolate is just, it's okay. It makes me feel a little bit sick. Like, if I have like a little bit too much, like, I don't know. I can't eat much of it. Dark chocolate, I can eat about as much milk chocolate as people normally eat dark chocolate. And then I feel sick with milk chocolate. But dark chocolate I really like. So I do like chocolate, but only really dark chocolate. So Fabe asks, would you move out of Britain for a dream job offer? And what would your dream job offer be for you? Yes, 100%. If it's a dream job, I'm moving. I don't care where it is. Well, I do care where it is, because part of the dream job would be a nice location as well. But I pretty much move anywhere for my dream job. And my dream job would probably be working in a design industry, working in the sort of like branding and advertising side of things for the company. That'd be like my dream job. Either that or sort of owning my own company, for like, or my own design agency, something like that. But I would 100% move, yeah. There we go. And then we move on to Yummy Mealworms, who asks, what is your favourite animal? Favourite animal is a dog. We've always had a dog in my house growing up. And my dad and my mum have always had dogs growing up. My mum lived on a farm. She had many, many dogs. My dad, he's always had a dog as well. So a big dog family, and dogs definitely my favourite animal. I definitely want dogs when I'm older. TM Broadcast asks, I have 3 questions. Number 1. What kind of mic do you use for recording? I used to use the Samsung Meteor mic, and that's Samson, so Samson. Meteor mic. That's what I used for the first 2.5 years. Now I use the Razer Siren Pro. Question number 2, if they made a real holy guacamole in churches and stuff, would you eat it? Yep, if there's a holy guacamole, I'm going to eat it. Holy guacamole! Number 3, where are the pigs? Come on, man. At least. Oh, right. This was like back when pigs were... The pig thing was happening on TimeShot. Oh, that's all sorted now. Don't need to worry about that. There we go. And I think that is pretty much everything apart from Brendina Plays, who asks, what is your favourite dream / worst nightmare? This is quite a good one to end on. Like, I spoke about this recently with a friend. My one dream that I used to have when I was a kid that like was my only real nightmare that I can remember was, I've had a couple of nightmares where like I've died in them or like almost died. But they're just like really weird things. I can't remember exactly what happened, but there's one like recurring dream that I used to get was like I used to jump down the stairs. I've been like, I lived in the same house from when I was about 2 years old. So ever since I can remember, I've been in the same house. And there's like the staircase like is not really, it's got like a sort of like a roof that goes down with it. So like it's not very high roof. Like not a ridiculously high roof. So if you were to jump, like do a running jump from the top to the bottom, you wouldn't be able to do it. You'd like hit a wall like head first sort of thing. So it's impossible to jump from one to the bottom, but somehow I managed to do it in my dream. And I always used to jump and everything went into slow-mo and it would last for about 30 seconds. As I was like jumping through the air and as I was about to land, I always used to wake up. And it wasn't like a bad thing. It wasn't like, so I don't really know if it's a nightmare or something. But I never felt like I was going to die or anything. It was more like it was such an awesome jump that I wanted to do. And as soon as I was about to land it, I woke up. It was really weird. And that's the only really like quote unquote nightmare type thing I can remember. Favorite dream? I honestly can't remember dreams. I should probably write them down as soon as I wake up. I really want to start doing that. I've had some awesome dreams where like, I don't know, I've been like in the future, sort of like really happy with my life and stuff. Those are quite nice dreams to have. I quite like them. And that is it. That is all the questions asked. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed episode 200 on the TimeShot SMP. Hopefully in the background you guys have seen the base come to life and start to be built. It's I think in episode 201 I'm going to give you guys a little base tour. With everything 100% complete. So still a few things that I need to do, like bone meal in the ground, adding the redstone lamps. I want to fix the land around the outside of the wall. I want to add a couple more ways to get onto the wall, like a couple more ladders and stuff. So there's a few little things that I want to do that I can do between now and the next episode in the next few nights when I'm going to be streaming. So in episode 201 I'll probably do a base tour along with a list of like all the suggestions you guys left in episode 199, which if you haven't already, go back and leave some suggestions of what I need to move on to after episode 200, because I'm taking a suggestion or two from there and that's what I'm going to do after episode 200. So check that out, and I'll probably give you guys an info on episode 201 of what we're going to do and what we're going to move on to. So yeah, thank you so much for the support. Over 200 episodes on the TimeShot SMP. Holy sweet baby Jesus, it's been glorious time. Thank you so much for everyone that's joined in this episode. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave it a like. Make sure you leave it a comment. If there's any questions that you still want to ask, please do so in the comment section down below. And I'll do my best to answer them all as utmost and as best of my abilities possible. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.